Assalamualaikum, it's Jenna G. Welcome back for some more kitchen fun. So we are in the kitchen yet again. This time we are going to be baking. We're going to be making a nice sweet dessert. We're going to be doing mini apple pies. Of course, before we go any further, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you have not done so, and the bell notification button. The bell notification button just ensures that each time I post a video, you get notified, so you get a chance to watch the video and share with all your friends and your family. So let's just talk about the ingredients that we're going to be using in our mini apple pie. So I've got my pie dough already here. I'll talk to you guys about that just now. I've got some flour, some granulated sugar, some margarine, vanilla essence, my apples, of course, some salt, and some cinnamon powder. So let's just quickly talk about the dough that I have in my hand here. So this is basically the same thing that you would use for chicken pies. I have a baked pies. I have a chicken pie video up. So it's basically the same way you're going to make this pastry dough. I will still show you guys a clip here so you can just check it out. Alright, so we're going to start off with our dough. We want our dough to chill in the fridge for about an hour or so. So to start off things, I am just going to be putting my margarine and my shortening into my food processor. So this is about 8 tablespoons or half a cup. I'm adding just a pinch of salt. And then I'm going to be adding 2 cups of flour. So I'm going to put this on and I'm going to hit the pulse button just a few times. I don't want small chunks. I want the margarine and the shortening to be chunky when I am finished. So we're just going to do it about 3 times and see what it looks like. And this is what it looks like. You can see some chunks still in it. That's what we want to see. And now we're going to empty this into a bowl. So we have our flour mixture in our bowl. And what I'm going to do next is add about a half a cup of cold water to it. And I don't want to knead it to form a smooth ball, so I'm just going to just clump it up together. Make sure everything is sticking nicely. Get all that excess flour. Alright, and then I'm taking this and then I'm going to put it onto plastic wrap. So you see it's not neat, it's not smooth, and I just like to flatten it. And you see, I'm not sure if you can notice, but there are chunks of the shortening and chunks of the margarine in it. Alright, so I'm going to wrap it. And then this I am actually going to take and put into the refrigerator and let it chill for about an hour max. You can actually even freeze this as well. And when you're ready to use it, just remove it from the freezer. And I like to roll it out when it's cold. Now the full video, I will post the link down for that below so you guys could check it out, of course. So it's basically the same thing you're going to be using in today's apple pie recipe. Next, what we're going to be doing basically is just cutting our apples after you've washed them. So you're just going to cut them into small pieces. So cut them all up into chunks, small chunks. So once I have the apples all nicely cut into pieces, I'm going to add the sugar, the vanilla essence. I'm adding a pinch of salt, and in goes my cinnamon powder. Then I'm going to be adding in my flour. All you want to do is just mix everything up. And now it's on to the next step. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be doing is rolling out our dough. And basically what we're going to be doing is just cutting using a cookie cutter. And after that we are going to be using a cupcake tray. We're going to spray each one, and all we're going to be doing is putting our dough into a nice cup shape. So once we have all the cups nicely in our cupcake liners, you can try to make them as neat as possible if you want, but once you add the apples in it, they're not really going to show. All we're going to do is just fill them with our apples. So we've got them all filled with the apple pieces. Now let's go on to the next step. Before we go on to the next step, before we go on to covering it, we're going to be adding pieces of our margarine to the top of each one. So it's just little pieces, and we're just going to be placing it in each one. Now we can move on to the next step. So I've got my dough here again, and what I'm going to be doing is just rolling it out, and we're going to be cutting strips to cover the mini apple pies. So this just to demonstrate, all we're going to be doing is taking these strips and placing them over. Now you can do any shape, you can cover it, cover the entire thing if you want. You could put a next piece there, but we're just keeping it simple. And we're just going to be putting 2 strips across. You want to make sure that you squeeze it down on the edges, because if you don't, when you finish bake it, the pieces will be popping off. So the apple pies are in the oven 375 for about 30 to 35 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. You're going to just check it. And the type of apples that I use the Gala apples, or you can use the Granny Smith ones. That's the sweet, is the Gala one. The little tatty ones are the Granny Smith ones. But if you want a combination, you can feel free, go right ahead and use it. But I'm just using the Gala ones in today's recipe. You can also add nutmeg as well. I don't think I have any nutmeg, but if I do, I can't find it right now. But you can add nutmeg as well to your apple pies for some extra flavor. So have fun with them. Let's see how they come turn out once they finish baking. So this is what our apple pie looks like after 35 minutes in the oven, guys. Smells so good. The kitchen is smelling wonderful right now. Hope you guys enjoyed that mini apple pie video. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Just remember the pie dough, the pastry dough I use is the same thing that I use for my baked pies. I will post a link down for that, so you can check that out. It's pretty much simple. You can choose to use either the Granny Smith apples or the Gala, even a combination. Go right ahead, play around with it, have fun with it. So of course, comment down below, let me know how you make your apple pie. If you do like apple pie, I personally not really a fan of apple pies, to be honest with you, but it's all good. So thanks so much for watching as always, guys, and I will see you all in the next video.
Apple pie.
That's some good stuff. I hear the crunch.
Wow.
It's delicious.
Putting the plain house by. It's really good.
Nice.
Any custard?
No, I'll make custard another time. You like apple pie and custard, guys. His mother, my mother-in-law, is actually make a boss apple pie and custard. I didn't get the custard down yet, but you know.
Apple pie and custard is actually my favorite dessert of all time.
Yeah. Okay, glad you like it.
A chocolate cake. Maybe she make a chocolate cake soon.
Okay. Give me a piece. Save a piece.